about your singing career in general. How did that start? Had you always been interested in music, or was it something that came about at a later point, you know? And...
Well, I've always sang, just like growing up, because my parents used to sing, my brother sings, so I'd sing, just for fun. And what happened when I was, as an actor, in between jobs, I thought, well, what can I do to earn money? I thought, okay, I'll do a bit of singing. And when I was at college, I used to busk with my friend, and just to make, some cash. So I'd always sang, but I never really took it seriously. I just used to do it. And I sang, I used to do the Great American Songbook, so I'd do jazz and work with really great musicians, and we'd, do all the usual jazz clubs around London. And then eventually I kind of grew tired of that. And I thought, this is not exactly what I want to do. I can do that when I'm older. I want to create my own music. And so I took it more seriously, and I kind of then left the acting a little bit on the back burner and focused on music and started to write music. Even though acting, I always kind of went back to it periodically. But that was my main focus, was the music. So started to make my own music and record, and work with great musicians. And it's influenced, my major influence, my main influence is blues and jazz. I'd say, I'm a blues singer. I touch bass on jazz. And I think eventually I'd like to do a really cool jazz album when I'm older. But for now, I just want to focus on to just doing what I like to do and just basically doing my own thing. I don't really like to be put into any particular box. And people always say to me, "Oh, you're a jazz singer." Well, I've got the obvious jazz vocals in terms of sound. They sound like I have jazz vocals, and I do, but I don't. And I do touch bass on jazz chords and stuff, but I'd never say I was a jazz singer at this stage. I have done jazz, but I'd like to just think that I'm just doing my own thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Am I rabbiting?
Well, no, I've seen you do lots of different types of gigs, obviously, like some that are very jazz-based, but some that have a bit more blues, and bands and orchestras, and, so, and obviously you have an amazing voice and
Thanks,
fantastic outfits as well.
Yeah, thank you, Richard. I always like to get you to sing, don't I, when I come into the clinic?
Oh, gosh.
I've got some great videos. That's what I do, guys. I get Richard to sing and his assistant.
I try. This is not going to be my second career.